Yeah, check the wood. That's important. Tell them about the green hickory, Michael. Why green matters.
Well, green is because it's not going to burn fast. And it's going to draw more smoke, so it's going to be, you know, it's going to burn a lot longer, so I get a little bit more bang for my buck than my wood. You know?
And it gets too hot.
Yeah, and the other one will get too hot too quick. I mean, you still got to keep this thing sprayed down. It doesn't matter to maintain it. But I do all my ribs and chicken on here. I have 2 smokers outside, which are more commercial. When I do the butts, I started doing the butts on here, everything. But then we just grew out of it. We had to have something else to cook everything on because it was too much. But so we do the butts. You know, the butts are bigger, a lot more fat in it, so you have a little bit more room for air. So you can't really taste that big of a difference. If you ever put these ribs and that chicken on there, you can taste the difference. You know, if you go to somewhere down the street, they're going to use the same machines, but they cook everything on it. You can tell the difference what's going on with it.
So let's talk, Michael, about the basic kind of rub, non-rub, smoke only.
Yeah.
What is your philosophy on rub, no rub? Is it all smoke? Is it, you know, and you do whole pig and butts? And so why don't you give us a little conversation about that?
Pull the thing right there and cut it.
Right behind you.
Well, I like rub. I mean, rub, that's seasonings flavor. You know, it's like using salt and pepper. You know, people use salt. There's a reason why people use rub. You know, and there are people who are like only dry rub in Memphis. I don't like it. All theirs is straight paprika. It's bittery. It dries out the top of your mouth when you bite into it. So I do a rub. I actually rub mine with yellow mustard. My ribs, yellow mustard thin coat. That's vinegar. It helps break down the meat a little bit. And then I put the rub on top of it. And then we let it go to the pit. Everybody's like, competition people, cook your ribs, you know, bone side down the whole time. Nonsense. I put mine on there. I set my color, and then I flip them. You know, it's just a matter of like, you cook it right, and you don't really have to have all these different techniques. You just when the meat's done, and a lot of people don't understand that. So then the chickens, I cook bone side down. They never flip just because this is a pit. We can't watch it all the time. That flame shoots up, it's going to bust the skin, all the juices come out.
So that's dry yellow mustard rubbed on the chicken?
No,
or?
none on that, just on my pork.
Oh, okay.
Then I do my brisket like that too.
Brisket's ridiculous.
So, and then the chicken is just, I don't use any solution in my chicken, like, you know, that you get in the grocery store that's injected with the juice. So this solution free. Basically what we do is when we go to season it, put it down like that. Salt, kosher salt. Only use one type of kosher salt. And then flip it over, salt, and then more rub. And the reason I use that kosher salt is this one is because it dissolves as soon as it hits the meat. You know what I mean? It's just not caking on there. So if you ever go to make a brine at home, you don't really have to heat up your water for that. You know, if you want to do a quick brine. So we do that. Smoke. You can over smoke ribs and chicken real easy. So this fire, you know, ribs generally on here maybe 3 to 4 hours depending on the color, you know. Then we wrap them. There's no way we can just keep cooking off this little piece, and then we wrap them, throw them in the walk-in.
Here, right? So you hold them in the common.
Well, we hold them in there in the walk-in until we need them, and then we take them out and we finish them in the oven. So then you're almost getting a steaming effect there.
Which just helps really kind
of
soften
just breaks everything down.
You get it really pork tender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then we do that. Same with the pork, same way. Chicken with 4 or 5 hours, throw them in the walk-in as we need them, finish them in the oven until they crispen up, you know, and then we're good to go. Smoke, I like to put a heavy smoke on my pork butts because it's a massive, huge meat. This is kind of more contained like a charcoal, almost like a fire because it's just burning constantly. When you're going to get your smoke with this, and just because we have flare-ups all the time, so you're going to end up getting your smoke. And then also that moisture is rising, so that helps keep your meat a little bit moist too. It's like a steam. So I mean that's kind of where that smoke comes from that. But going back to the dry rub, I like the dry rub, and then I like the sauce. You know, people are like, "Can I get them dry?" And I tell them, the sauce is there for a reason. It's to accompany the meat. So that's,
and it sucks it up. Once you put that sauce on there, it's just sunk into the meat, whether it's the chicken or the ribs or the shoulder, and it's the perfect finish because it's not too sweet. It's got the good vinegar, a little spice, Brilliant.
And that vinegar just helps cut through the fat. You
Right,
know, it's
you
just
gotta
like
have it.
so.
Right.
It's,
Yeah.
It's like acidity
even like
in
on
wine.
the ribeye, it's like they do in Italy. They squirt that lemon
Yes.
over it. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
it's there for a purpose. So same kind of thing. Yeah, kind of it in a little nutshell there, I guess.
Good job.